Alright guys, reviewing the footage I recorded tonight of Polaris. And again, there is electrical action going on around Polaris, and of course I recorded Beetlejuice almost the same way. Just recording Polaris.
No, Mikey, that's just really shit observations. I already showed this to you. I already proved it in a video, but you just keep denying it and keep showing this garbage. But let's look and see what Grok has to say. So I ran this image through Grok. I showed Grok this image and asked it what it made of this image. This is supposed to be Polaris. And it said this is a very poor quality image, not an accurate representation of how Polaris looks. And then it lists all the issues. We have blooming, aberration, you have fringing. You just got a lot of issues going on here. And it's not a very good image at all. And that is obviously done in a very poor quality optics and a very poor quality technique. And it said that how it should look and how it normally does look. And I've actually got images of Polaris myself, and which agrees with what Grok has to say. And I've done it with a proper telescope and a proper astrophotography astronomy camera, which doesn't have a lot of issues that Mikey's getting. I don't have all the different lenses and stuff. I use a Newtonian reflector telescopes and the lenses whatsoever. So I asked it, I gave it a breakdown of what Mikey's using, as I've heard from what Mikey said, and it said that that's pretty much what it comes down to, is the fact is using that technique will give the blooming, the fringing, the chromatic aberration, on being able to focus properly. It's got obviously issues because of sensor, small sensors in a Galaxy phone camera, and reflections and stuff, and also running it through CapCut. CapCut itself is actually got AI, and it's going to add extra different layers and more. It's going to over saturate different colors and stuff, and this is probably where Mikey's having all his issues. So this is a poor observation. This is not an accurate representation of Polaris looks, and Mikey is wrong. I also mentioned him using his binoculars, which are 20 by 80, 20 times strength magnification, 80 millimeters aperture, are just not the proper equipment for this. They're okay for doing large field of view observations, but when you use your camera on your phone and you're trying to zoom in on that, you're going to start getting issues where you have the chromatic aberration, blooming, fringing, all that stuff. So this is definitely a poor observation of Polaris and definitely not accurate whatsoever. Mikey, do better.